So this is Joe Biden's agenda for Muslim American communities for this presidential election. And if you see, this is Joe Biden's Muslim American page. I don't find any Hindu American page, even though there is a Muslim American page. I don't know whether asking votes in the name of religion is right thing to do in US, but still anyway. So he was talking about basically racially or religious lines. You should not discriminate between men and women, based on religion. It is called Islamophobia, even though Islam, doesn't even consider those who don't believe Islam as, they call them as kafirs, including Christians and Hindus and Buddhists and every other religion. So they basically wanted to wipe out the whole world, who is not believing Islam. So all those things are, I'm not going there. Those things are spoken by radical Islamists. That's what typically it is touted by the secular folks. But anyway, still, if you see, here, because of Biden's overtly religious line, he's asking for votes. There is a million Muslim votes run by a group called Engage, and they are asking votes in every state. I don't know, every state has 1 million Muslim voters, but still they are saying that that's what there is a 501c organization. Still they are saying that we are just asking for votes, but it is asking votes in the name of religion, saying million Muslim votes. The problem comes for India and Indian Americans and Hindu Americans. When you see these kind of folks, who are this engaged group kind of folks, closely working with a group called CAIR, which is a Council for American Islamic Relations. And you can clearly see these are left-leaning websites, Influence Watcher, not right-wing websites. So it says that CAIR is advocacy organization for Muslims in United States. Though throughout history, it is kind of considered as a Islamic movement, especially Muslim Brotherhood, which we all know. In 1994, a year before US labeled Palestinian extremist group Hamas a foreign terrorist organization, the two guys who started the CAIR, they all are from Hamas, and the problem doesn't stop there. If you see, Ilhan Omar from Minnesota, she frequently attends a banquet with these terrorist group supporters, and also if you see these CAIR kind of groups, they align their agenda with anti-India propaganda, and they've passed kind of anti-CAA resolution. Forget about whether you agree with CAA or not. And if Democrats are going to, align with Muslims, again, anti-India agenda, and if they are going to listen to these kind of terrorist organizations touted by some folks, they can bring any resolution against India. They can influence Democrats, right? And you can see they have created an anti-India propaganda with so many states like Albany, Cambridge, Hampstead, Milwaukee in Wisconsin, San Francisco, Seattle, St. Paul, so many big cities. And if you see, these city councils, it's a predominantly Democrat cities. And Seattle, if you take, it's all Democrats, except one guy is socialist. San Francisco, again, San Francisco city is again Democrat. Seattle is city council is full of Democrats. Cambridge is again full of Democrats. So the issue is basically all these guys are Muslim or Islamic organizations which are basically funded by Iran and Pakistan and Turkey kind of countries which are typically anti-India, taking anti-India stance to advance their agenda, and they are acting in tandem with all this CAIR, Alliance for Justice and Accountability, American Institute of Islamic History and Culture. I'm not quoting from the right wing Swaraj Magya magazine, Swarajya magazine. It's a wire which is 100% anti-Modi. So you can see all these things. So this is nothing to do with the BJP or Modi. So, and if you see this American Islamic relations, CAIR, it has been funded by Rockefeller philanthropy advisors, which is clearly stating that they fund such folks. You can clearly see in Influence Watch, CAIR has been heavily funded by ACLU, Amnesty International, and Rockefeller Foundation. So all these guys, CAR has received so many thousands of dollars from Rockefeller Association, Tides Foundation. And if you see, Rockefeller Foundation is we all know it's a 100% left-leaning organization, and Tides Foundation, again, it is a fully left-funded organization. So the point is overtly engage this CAIR. All these guys are asking for votes against India. So it doesn't matter, whether you like Kamala Harris or Joe Biden, what they stand for. If you are an Indian American, if you are going to vote for Joe Biden, then it means vote for anti-India. It's nothing to do with Modi. It is nothing to do with Kamala Harris, whether she is Iyer or she is Hindu, whether she is a Christian, whether Joe Biden is going to support India or not. It doesn't matter. That their track record clearly shows that they have been working closely with these kind of CAIR kind of organizations, and fully funded by Rockefeller, Tides Foundation, and all these guys are closely working. Million Muslim votes, Engage. So all these guys' agenda is anti-India. So if you are an Indian, you have to think all these things. If you are not aware of all these things, you can Google it. I'm not making it up. This is a Biden website. This website is Influence Watch, fully funded by George Soros, left-leaning, 100%, 200% left guy. And and this is a Jerusalem Post, which is also a left, Jewish website. Wire, we all know it's a left website. And Wikipedia, which is again a George Soros funded, NGO. So you guys have to decide before you vote for Joe Biden. Think again and consider all these things before you go and vote for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in this election. And Indian Americans, I would suggest at least this time, vote for Trump. Thank you.